Hi Aquarius, this is your ghosted or no contact love reading. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you hear this message, that is when it's meant for you. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. It's kind of a brand new channel. It's just a couple months old and I'm really trying to grow it. So that would help me a lot if you could do that. And thank you if you decide to. Okay, so let's see why you haven't heard from this person or why they ghosted you. Yeah. See what's going on with them. Maybe get some answers for you here. Okay, you're always on my mind. Thoughts and memories constantly cycle the mind. Interesting. So if you haven't heard from them, if they've ghosted you, know that they're still thinking about you here. And you might possibly hear from them again, especially if you're, like memories are constantly cycling in their mind about you, thoughts and memories. Okay, let's see what happened here. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the that's the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Okay, and then underneath we have Justice here. Okay, interesting. Okay. So underneath, for the underlying energy with Justice, there is some sort of like fairness or balance that they were trying to handle here with the relationship. Maybe they thought that things were, maybe one-sided, or maybe they thought that you weren't as interested in them as they were in you. So they just sort of, kind of just, walked away because they were like, oh, I'm not getting what I need, or like the type of, like reassurance that, that they're, what I want, or that I am what they want. I think that they were, wanting to have like some sort of higher level of commitment from you here. And there was some, definite protective energy around this with them. Yeah. Like, I feel like they walked away because they were trying to protect themselves here, because they didn't feel like you were as into them as they were into you here. With this juggling here, like, I sort of get like you're always on their mind here, so they're just like trying to balance that out, like balance out their feelings for you. You're always on their mind, but yet, like they didn't feel like there was a reciprocal interest here. And so they're just kind of like going back and forth here with what they want to do, but they're definitely trying to protect their heart here, and I think it's because they weren't sure if you wanted what they wanted, if you wanted a higher level of commitment with them. And so they just walked away. It's probably why you haven't heard from them, because they're like, well, what's the point? And if you are interested in them and you just didn't show it, maybe now's the time to, maybe show that to them, because I feel like they need a little bit of reassurance here that you want them just as much as they want you. Yeah, but I'm definitely getting that they are protecting themselves right now. So let's see. Okay. We have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Okay, so I think they feel like it's over, because the interest wasn't reciprocated. I think they're thinking that they're like, oh man, there's no way that they're coming back, or there's no way for a second chance because they just don't want me. I feel like they're like, with this no second chances, that they were like, yeah, there's, I feel like there's no hope, because, maybe you haven't reached out to them because, you're like, well, like, why did you ghost me? Or why haven't I heard from you? But yet they're waiting for you to get a hold of them, too. Like, they're like, okay, if they're interested, then they'll get a hold of me. I feel like they're maybe sort of, because they're in protection mode, I feel like maybe with the no contact thing that they're kind of testing you a little bit, because they kind of feel like, well, if they don't get a hold of me, then I guess, then they are interested and, this is over. But yeah, you are always on their mind here. I am getting that this is a test. They're testing you, which not cool. They should just tell you how they feel. Communication is always good, especially if they're confused about how, like, the other person is feeling or what they want from a relationship, or, rather than trying to test and guess and be like, okay, so if they do this, then that means this, or if they do that, then this means that. Yeah, like, it's a little bit of an immature way to go about things. But, like, when we're protecting ourselves, we kind of tend to be immature sometimes. So, I mean, can't really hold it against them that much, just because they're kind of afraid of getting hurt by you. So, yeah. And if that's like not your intention, if you're like into them or whatever, then, like, if you want them, then it's probably a good idea to get a hold of them and to maybe talk about some things, to talk about your feelings. So let's see here. What do they want to say to you? I'm so attracted to you. Okay, yeah, like, their attraction is not gone. You're always on their mind. They want to come back together with you. They just don't know how to do it because they feel like, yeah, it's not going to be reciprocated. The want is not going to be reciprocated. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just getting a lot of miscommunication here and protectiveness. And yeah, if you guys want each other, just make it happen. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, no more beating around the bush or playing hard to get or whatever it is that you think that you're doing. No more games. If you aren't sure about this person too, I mean, they could totally be thinking that, as well, or be perceiving that, that you aren't sure about them, or maybe you've told them that you aren't sure about them and it just made them retreat. And it's okay if you aren't sure about them. They need to, like, handle that in a little more mature way rather than just running away, because attraction can grow. Even if you aren't sure, attraction can grow, and it either grows or it doesn't. And yeah. So it could be that you were unsure, and then they went into protection mode, so, which is why you haven't heard from them, which, like I said, is okay if you're unsure. So yeah, there just needs to be maybe a little bit more, communication, about what you want, about what they want, like giving them a little bit of hope so that they can come out of protection mode here. Okay, we have unlikely. Okay, so with this unlikely, this is how I think that they are feeling right now. They feel like you coming back is unlikely. There's no second chances. They're super attracted to you. I feel like they were just not, like, getting the signs from you that you were interested, or they took the fact that you were unsure as a no rather than I'm just not sure. Yeah. And yeah, they just took it and, took it as a rejection. Even if it wasn't meant to be a rejection. Okay. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, so with this, a new romantic cycle begins, I feel like there needs to be, like, a new beginning here with the two of you. You know, like start the cycle in a different way so that it goes in a different way. Or how am I trying to say this? Like someone, probably you, needs to get a hold of them if you want to have a new romantic beginning with them. You know, if you want to start this back up, if you're wondering what's going on with them, I feel like it's up to you to contact them, because I don't think that they're going to. I don't think that they're going to contact you unless you make the first move, because they already feel rejected. They're already in protection mode. They already feel like, you know, like there's not going to be a second chance here. But yeah, this says a new romantic cycle begins, which, you know, kind of indicates a second chance here. So, yeah, I feel like it's up to you if you want that new romantic cycle to begin here. Yeah. Okay, Aquarius. That is what I have for you. I hope that helped a little bit. And until next time, lots of love to you.